Hey y'all, come on in the room. Come on in the room for this quick late night recap of Love and Marriage DC. Yes, child. So I'm back. Let's get to it. Tonight's Love and Marriage DC was a very interesting episode. It was a messy episode yet again. And a confusing episode yet again. A lot of misinformation, miscommunication, mix-ups, stir-ups, you name it, was all in tonight's episode of Love and Marriage DC. After the episode aired, my girl Monique did a live where she recapped the episode and asked us to send questions. The viewers of the live to send questions in that we wanted asked and answered, and she talked about the episode and shared her thoughts and gave her perspective on tonight's episodes, as she always does. She does this all the time. After every episode, she does a recap. And so, of course, I put in my question in the comments in regards to the episode, because I had one question that I want her to answer, because it pertained to the scene where her and Ashley were sitting down, and she shared with Ashley that Winter gave her husband a nickname and called them was it miniature, mini. It was in that family. And so Monique shared it with Ashley. Ashley, of course, laughed at it and was pissed off because she even threatened to slap Winter. So, it definitely showed that it was a trigger for her, even though she tried to downplay her feelings by laughing and saying, "Oh, it's nothing." And then she shaded Winter back, which is fine, because hey, what she shaded Winter with is she's already shaded her with before, so the shade was stale, even more. Like, girl, it was stale shade she threw back. But anyway, and so my question to Monique was, because when she shared what she shared with Ashley, she said that, for her, I wouldn't want someone who isn't my friend to give my husband a nickname. And she, and so when she made that statement, and it came from a personal place, with her making that statement, in my opinion, my question to her during her live was, then why didn't you say this to Winter directly? Because you didn't say to Winter that, for me, you giving Ashley's husband a nickname is a line that I would personally take offense to being crossed, because if you're not my friend, I wouldn't want you calling my husband a nickname. So for me, I would be offended by that. For me, that's something that I wouldn't take too lightly, because from my recollection, what Monique said to her was that Ashley was going to be upset about it, and Ashley was, not going to take it too well or whatever. So my question was, why did Monique say to her that for her, it was she had a personal reaction to it? Because clearly she did not like it and it didn't sit well with her, but she didn't share that with Winter, that it didn't sit well with her. So that was my question, and Monique said, well, I was making an assumption, and, that I assumed, it was assuming stuff that didn't happen, that she did tell Winter that Ashley would be mad, that what she said was not cool. Yes, you said those things, but you didn't say to Winter that, Winter girl, Monique, personally, or Monique, would be pissed off because if we're not friends, wouldn't want you giving my husband a nickname, because to me, what you said about Ashley's husband, I found it very offensive, and I didn't like it. She didn't say that. So Winter, I obviously didn't know Monique felt a way or felt that strongly about it until tonight, watching it back. Because Monique didn't say it to her in the moment. So that was my question. So I was like, why didn't you just tell Winter that? Because Winter does not know that you personally felt the way about it, because you obviously did. But Monique said I was assuming, making an assumption. So, I don't know. Like I said, something obviously I missed, overlooked, didn't see, or was editing, as they say. I don't know, but what I do know is that this whole show has been turned into the winter show because every sit down, every conversation with the girls or with their husbands, winter has been brought up. Winter's ex-husband has been brought up. Like, winter has been the talk of the town. Winter has been the trending topic in this group. And Winter's not even a main cast member. She is a friend of. Let me clarify that. Winter is a friend of. She's not a main cast member. So I don't understand how a friend of will come in and blaze the whole season and outshine the main cast. Like, literally outshine some of the main cast on this show. Like, that is, I've never seen that happen before. Because, you know, friend ofs don't get that much screen time. And if they do, they will promote it to a main. Like, if this was like the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Winter would have had a peach. Because Winter gave so much story and gave so much drama or was the center of so much conflict that Andy would have given her a peach. Because she added such an element to the show and she helped carry the show. Because Winter at this point has helped carry the show. Because let's be honest, if Winter was not on the show this season and Winter was not made the center of conflict this season, that the show would not be as entertaining to watch. Because it would be just them. It wouldn't be as entertaining. It just wouldn't be as entertaining. People wouldn't tune in like that. You know, that's honestly coming from my mouth. People wouldn't tune in like that because, you know, unfortunately, reality television needs some sort of entertainment, something that can keep the viewers interested. And so mess, drama, conflict, whatever makes it happen. And so unfortunately, Winter was made into the villain without... Thank you, fat girl. Exactly. It showed Winter's whole family gave girl. Because I was, you know, I'm like, cause, you know, Winter, like I said, unfortunately became the villain. Unfortunately, Winter stepped into a role that she didn't sign up for because I've interacted with Winter on social media. We've interacted. And she's really been really sweet. She's really nice. And, you know, she was even shocked that she has become this villain. Because I told her a couple of weeks ago, you know, that she needs to watch the show and watch it carefully because they're making her the villain. And she did a live, like last week or before last, and she mentioned a blogger that shared with her that she was being a villain, that she needed to pay attention, and that was me. Because she's new to the reality world. All of them are. And so I feel like it was my job and my duty to, you know, as a viewer, to let her know, like, hey, sis, you becoming a villain. They're turning you into the villain. Like, you became the person that everyone hates. Yeah, like, you are the villain without even knowing that you are the villain. Like, she was shocked because she didn't think or didn't realize that they were going to take her story. Her story was going to be the center of a lot of the issues on the show, which is weird because why was her marriage such an important topic that it would become an issue, a source of conflict on a show when she is a friend of the show? It's really weird. Like, that lets me know that Carlos knew that what the rest of the cast was giving wasn't going to be enough. And so he needed someone to come on the show. And I feel like he misled Winter. And I feel like he, you know, led Winter to believe that she would come on and that it would be all, you know, that she would come on and, you know, that, you know, she could show her what she does, show her family, you know, show her relationship with Monique or whatever. And it's going to be highlighted in a good way and this and that. Not knowing that once she opens her mouth and shares her story, it will be taken and become this gossip thing and the talk of the town and the trending topic. And it's very fucked up because I feel like that's what happened. Because Winter literally, you guys, if y'all were watched that live or been in me and Winter's DM conversations, you would see like her responses to me, her interactions. She was blindsided about the whole villain thing. That she did not know that she was going to become the freaking villain of this damn show. Like, and then she's by herself, y'all. If y'all know, Winter don't have nobody. Winter has no one. And I'm trying to figure out, if she it was in all this stuff, why was she not allowed to have someone on there to have her back? Because she didn't have nobody. She had no cousin, no sister, no auntie, mama, nobody on there to have her back. No brother, no uncle, nobody. Like, and she was literally on her own. So it was Winter against the rest of the cast, including their husbands. So it's like, damn, she had nobody. And, it's very jacked up because, this is not how the show should have gone. Because people don't want to see one person being ganged up on, or 1 against 5, or 1 against 6. Like, that's not what we want to watch. I don't want to watch that because that's not fun and that's not entertaining to watch somebody be ganged up on. Yes, Winter's not perfect. No one says she is. Yes, Winter, got in the mix, and Winter did her part, in some of the mess. Yes. But Winter has an unfair hand in a situation because she has nobody to have her back, and she's all alone when it comes to the women in this circle. Because if y'all watch every situation in regards to like every sit down, every group thing, is Winter by herself having to defend herself, having to go at it with Ashley and Irina. And let me get to Miss Irina, honey. Because what I did not like that she did tonight, this woman, this broken woman, had the gall and the audacity to question Winter's mental health. Bitch, how dare you? Yeah, I'm calling her a bitch tonight. Because how dare you? Because first of all, sweetheart, we watched you sit on this show and tell the world how your husband diminishes your character, has broken your self-esteem, broken your self-worth, bullies you, berates you, and treats you like nothing for the last 30 years of your marriage. But you got the nerve to get on TV and sit here and say that bullshit that you said tonight, and had the nerve to attack someone's mental health and question it like something's wrong with her about her marriage, when your marriage is fucked up. It's even worse because your husband is verbally abusive to you. Verbally. Girl, you the last one to talk about anybody's mental health. That wrong road. That was the wrong thing to do, Miss Irina. That was the wrong thing to do, girl. Because, no ma'am. Like, that was the wrong thing to do. The wrong thing, girl. Because we literally have watched you expose your husband for his mistreatment of you for the last 30 years of your marriage. So for you to sit here on this show and do Winter like that, that was so low down and dirty. And as a black woman to another black woman, how dare you? How fucking dare you? Girl, you the most fragilest bitch I ever seen on reality television. And you got the nerve to want to come at somebody about their mental health, girl. We worried about you, bitch. We worried about your mental health, okay? We praying for you. Because, girl, we see you got issues, girl. We see that man has broken you down and broken your self-worth down. So let's not do that, okay? Whew. Let me check my watch, child. But anyway. Woo, and I like her right now. But she pissed me off tonight because you don't do that. Because the mental health is very serious. And she's a 40-plus-year-old woman. So she knows better. And she knows how serious it is in this world. So for her to sit there and use it and try to come at Winter, because she said something to Winter, y'all. When they sat down last week, she shared with Winter and Ashley that her husband would get drunk and stop at red lights and fall asleep, and she would call him and he'll be drunk at red lights. So for her to get mad because Winter shared that with Monique, who was her friend, who's in the circle of the group, and be angry with her for sharing it with Monique, is stupid because, one, she didn't tell Winter or Ashley they could not share it. She didn't say it was confidential. She didn't say, y'all keep it between me and us. She didn't say that shit. See, that's what I'm talking about. What she did was, y'all, she took that and decided, I'm going to go at Winter. I'm going to latch on to hate Winter bandwagon, and I'm going to team up, and now I have a problem with Winter. Now I have conflict with Winter. Now I'm going to use this to go at her and have this issue with her, but you didn't have a problem sharing it, and you didn't say she could not share it. That's why I say it's a lot of the bullying that's going on. This bullshit I don't like, because that whole moment tonight with her and Winter was unnecessary, because Winter did nothing wrong, because she didn't break a vow of secrecy to you, bitch, because you didn't tell her she couldn't say anything. So for you to get mad and then want to attack her in that way was just low down and dirty. Like I didn't like that, and that was foul. And I really want to know how she cleans this up and how she responds to the millions of people who suffer from mental health every day, to the millions of people who have died from mental health struggles every day. I'm wondering how Miss Arena is going to salvage this bullshit, because that was wrong. She could have said any other thing, but she chose to go that route and thought that she was cute. It was not cute. Because at the end of the day, like I said earlier, she the one that chose to open her mouth and share this with Winter and Ashley. And Ashley and Winter, chose to do what they want to do with it. Ashley didn't share it. Winter did. She shared it with Monique. Winter didn't go and share it with nobody else but Monique. She acted like Winter went and shared it to some outside stranger. She shared it with Monique, your friend. And so, that was just dumb. But I always see what time it was, and there was a whole ploy, like I said earlier, for her to have some drama, because she born as hell. She ain't got no storyline. Whatever what she did present wasn't good enough. So she said, let me latch on to this, and let me go at Winter, save my job. That's pretty much it. Fat Girl R says her husband about to talk down to her again. Child, that man, and if he not, and if what I will say is this, because they love to say editing. If editing that damn good, that it has made this man talk the way he talks to her, then editing has to be magic, because from episode 1, he's been the same way. From the first time we saw him to now, he has talked to her the same exact way. Nothing has changed in his demeanor, deliverance, tone, or depth. He's talked to her the same way. And like that woman said last week, he is aggressive. He is overbearing. He does talk to her that way. And she said herself, he's aggressive. He is emotionally abusive, verbally abusive. I'm saying this shit because he is. And that's why I was ticked out tonight that she had the nerve to come at Winter about her relationships and saying that it must have damaged her mental health. Because bitch, we watching you, someone who has been damaged by the abuse from her husband, the verbal and emotional abuse from her husband. You're the one that's damaged. See, what she said was she was speaking about herself, not Winter. She was speaking on herself, not Winter, y'all. Fat Girl, I said, it's true, I can see it in his eyes. Yeah, that man dogs her out. And the way she was crying and shit, oh yeah, he done took Arena through some shit. Y'all. I can only imagine the shit he took her through. I can only imagine what that woman endured, the first 15, 20 years of her marriage. Child. And it's obviously it's evident that she's still struggling today to make it to the next 30 years of their marriage, girl. The next 5 years, baby. Because the way he talked to her, he don't see. And he said, he had the nerve to say he was perfect. Now, Negro, you was not perfect. But that lets you know he's narcissistic as well. So that man's something else, child. He don't even see that he doesn't see the problem. He doesn't see what he has done to his wife. He has damaged Arena. She is a damaged woman. Period. She's damaged. And she needs therapy. She does need some type of help, because she's been damaged, emotionally scarred. You know what I'm saying? By her husband of 30 plus years. Gave this man 3 children, and he still talks to her like she's a child. Yeah, yes. He was looking like, I can't believe you were doing this crime. He talks to her like she's a damn child. He does. Like she his daughter. I'm like, is this her husband or her daddy? Girl. But I got to know they won't speak on Winter. Girl, you can't speak on nobody. Hell, Ashley can't either. Because, baby, she can't either. Child. these girls, and I don't like this cliquey shit they got going on, taking photos together, with with the core, I guess, with Ashley and Raina and Monique, and then Monique's friend Tasha, who Raina or Ashley, one of them shaded her ass and asked why she was even on the show. Cause girl, they don't even feature her on the show like that, and that's Monique's real friend. That's bad. That's the bad part about it. That's her real friend. And she's not even featured on the show like that. Like, they literally have edited her pretty much almost out of the show. And she filmed it. She filmed. Girl. I'm just saying, girl. Just saying, Tasha. No shade, but girl. You got a raw deal from Carlos's girl. Girl. That girl said they better do something to keep us watching on Word. Yeah, because a lot of the comments, feedback that I've been hearing from my Facebook group that I do to my post on Instagram, the fans are not seeing it for the show, and the ratings are showing that because the fans are not. It's just not attracting or keeping the fans wanting to watch. I don't know what they're gonna have to do, but dragging Miss Winter ain't working, and it definitely ain't it. Cause no ma'am. So they're gonna have to find a new figure out a new way to liven it up, child. Cause yeah, because I personally, I'm gonna be honest tonight, because I'm always honest. I feel like this show could possibly be canceled if the ratings don't improve after the reunion, because those reunion ratings are low. OWN is going to cancel it because OWN does not play when it comes to ratings, because if the ratings are not hot, they're not making any money, and they're not going to renew it and keep putting money into a show that's not ratings, because this show ain't even getting 500,000 viewers. Like, Huntsville is getting over 400,000 every week. This show ain't even getting 400,000. So yeah, it's really like on thin ice. Like, it's really treading lightly, and I mean lightly, honey, on cancellation. Exactly. And unfortunately, like, when you do a show, when you do a spinoff, and it has to, come after this predecessor, it's hard a lot of times for spinoffs to be successful, because this show is coming out to Huntsville. And so Huntsville is the most popular show out of the franchise right now, because it's on Huntsville NBC. And so everybody watching Huntsville, Team Martell, shout out. You got the millimeters who watching to support Mel. You got Marceau and Tisha's fans. You got shout out to my favorite Scott, Maurice, and Kimmy's fans. You got fan base. You got Destiny, my girl Destiny, her fan base. They're watching. You know what I'm saying? So, you got us watching Huntsville. And so, the ratings are going to always be good because we tune in, because they bring us good content. There's always something juicy going on. And unfortunately, in the world of reality television, messiness, drama, juiciness, juicy storylines, solid storylines, substance is what we want to see. And I think that DC lacks in some of those areas, because, it's not as engaging. Like, it doesn't even make me laugh. Like, when I'm watching DC, like, only a couple of scenes make me laugh, but the rest of it, I'm like watching it, like I'm watching a movie. I'm watching it, what I'm saying, trying to figure out, what's going on, and what's this, what's that, because this is not, it's not sticking. It's something about it. It's not really landing, and I was afraid of it. I remember when the show was first announced, I was like, my girl Monique signed up to do a show, and I'm nervous because it's a spinoff of another show, and spinoffs don't always do good, and child, I'm just nervous, honey, for DC, child. That girl said she's like Ashley. Okay. Well, I don't like bullies, and this bitch has the nerve to write a self-help book. Now, who told this bitch that she could write a self-help book? Who told Ashley that that was her ministry? Because A bully can't write a self-help book when she got issues herself. Girl, you can't tell me about how to fix issues that you haven't fixed yet. You can't tell me your journey when you still going through what you're going through and you still have issues. Like, girl, you can't. How can you help me when you haven't helped yourself yet? Because we see you on television, you still got issues, girl. You want your underarms done. You want the fat from under your underarms gone. Then you done had a whole body, surgery, BBL, tummy tuck, girl, all this work done, and you still ain't happy. So, girl, you can't write a self-help book to help any woman, man, child, mother, grandmother, auntie. You can't write a self-help book trying to inspire people because, girl, you need to help yourself. You need to go read one, not write one, girl. And that laugh you did, that photo shoot, child, that fake-ass smile was giving me very much the wicked witch of the east in the eyes, which was just wicked, honey. That nose, that grin, child. It was giving me all that. It was giving me all that, honey. Miss Ashley need to go ahead and sit down somewhere. Because, she been in my comments, stirring up the rooster, honey. And, I've been keeping it cute with her, just, playing nice. But she gonna learn. I'm not the one, honey. I'm not the one. She gonna learn real quick, honey, because, look. Now, I do like Quick. I like her husband. Her husband's funny. He's my favorite on the show. Him and Winter are my favorites. He's hilarious. He's funny. He's a comic relief. He really is. Without Quick, the show would be dry because he's the funniest husband out of all the husbands. Because Chris is funny, but Chris is funny in his own way. He's different from Quick. Quick is funny in terms of, like, he'll say things that will spark a laugh. Like, he has this, like, outward funniness where I think Chris has more of an inward funniness. The people say Ashley says what is on her mind, and she says what they think. And she, probably does. But Ashley, is a bully, in my opinion, because Ashley, targets people that she thinks she can overpower, and dismantle. And so, yeah, she's a bully to me. And I don't like bullies. And, then she, like I said, hopped in my comment section, after I tagged her, because I tagged her, I tagged them all, but she came in my comment section arguing with me, playing victim, saying I hated her, and all this stuff, child, and I don't know the bitch, so I can't hate somebody I don't know. So that's the most ignorant thing she could ever say to anyone, child. And so, yeah, I don't see it with her right now, because, like, girl, you're doing too much. Like, girl, if you didn't want constructive criticism, then you should have signed up for a reality television, because, baby, you're going to get it from me. Whether you like it or not, because I'm not going to kiss your ass. See, the problem is, and I was told this stuff about Miss Ashley, that she only likes people that kisses her ass. Baby, I don't kiss ass. Sorry, I don't do that. And never will. If you're cool with me, I'm going to tell you the truth. If you're my favorite, I'm going to tell you the truth. Now, yes, Miss Kenya Moore is my girl, but I will be honest if she does something I don't like. But it has to be something that I know that she really has done jacked up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always going to be honest and get my perspective and tell the truth when I'm watching these shows. So if you can't handle the truth, then you need to sign off and don't come back and do reality television, because that's what you're going to get from me and any other fan, any other viewers of these shows. We're going to tell you the truth and give you our honest and genuine perspective. So, but yeah, child, I just, want to get on here and talk. Love Marriage DC and, get that out. Get that out my chest, cuz, child. I didn't like the shit that they were saying late tonight. I just didn't like it. And yeah, so I had to come and drag Miss Arena and Miss Ashley real quick. Give a little dragging, honey, because I hadn't done it yet, and I was like, I was hoping I'd have to, but yeah, I had to go ahead and drag them a little bit, honey, and get them together very nicely. But I'm get off here, cause yeah, it's getting late. And I will holler at y'all tomorrow. Probably get on here and do The Real Housewives of Atlanta, honey. And recap, honey. Team, Team Twirl, Team Drew, yes. My girls, yes. Thank you, boo. I love you too. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.